Hey everybody, today is Wednesday, March 16th, video number 3. Name is Edward Ashley. I know on the it's a Errol Graham YouTube, and explanation for that is Errol is my middle name, Graham is my mother's maiden name. And I was actually using this channel for something else, and I don't know how to change it, so I'm just going to leave it, Errol Graham. But my name is Edward Ashley, Edward Errol Ashley. And last night, those who saw my video yesterday, last night I went to a RIA, my first RIA ever. And it was interesting because at the table where I was sitting, there's one guy who, they had a couple apartments. There's another guy who's been doing this for years, and he's, old school. He owns a lot of property. He's actually selling a few pieces. So I'm going with this partner tomorrow to look at one of them, and I told him exactly what I'm doing. My goal is to do what we call to do a wrap and then and lease option, and he's real negative about. I don't see how you can scale it. I don't see blah 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 taxes, this and that and that. And the funny thing is that inspires me because it tells me that the people in this town have no idea the power of what my focus is. And I'm coming from a Ron LeGrand school of thought. That's the course that I bought. The man is worth over $200 million. And my mentor, I don't know what he's worth, but he's been doing this for 12 years, and he does millions of dollars a year doing that. And he has 4 businesses, so that's not the only place he's making money. But it inspires me because a lot of people, well, nobody else is doing it. Why would you do it? That's exactly why I'm doing it. That's exactly why. And yeah, he's bought over 90 properties. The thing is, they're not asking for it. He doesn't see it, so he doesn't ask for it. Every time I talk to a seller, first question, I ask, well, how much do you want? Are you willing to take monthly payments? If they're not willing to take monthly payments, it's got to be a cash deal of some sort. And if I can't get it low enough, I can't flip it. I can't wholesale it to another person. If I can get, if it's if it's too expensive, the only way I can buy it is through getting at least the way I'm doing things, which is how Ron is teaching it. And I know it's only a small percentage, but if I can get seller financing, and I can buy the house and seller financing or lease option the house, then I can sublease the house if it's a lease option. I'd rather buy it though and can own, not just control it, but own the property, and then lease option the house to a tenant buyer. And so there's a front end of so much money after the closing using their cash to actually give the seller the money they want, give the attorney the money that's needed to close, and I have some cash left over that I walk away from closing with. And the difference between the payment I'm making to the seller and the payment that buyer's making to me. And so that's the simple nuts and bolts of it. So it actually inspires me. It excites me, and I realize I need to get to more of these. I mean, so here's one guy. I'm going with him, so I'm actually going to help him do a trash run. So I'm going to get dressed in my grungies and go out there, and we're going to, throw trash. He's going to get in the trailer. I'm going to help him load up the trailer, but I get to walk through the house, take pictures of the house, talk to him, and I want to develop a relationship with this guy because he says, I would love to. He says, I don't think it'll happen, but I'd love to see. You can surprise me. I'd love to see if you can get it to work. So he's kind of, because he's a wholesaler. Okay, once I get this one working, I get this one, and if nobody else buys it before, because he just put on Craigslist. So if I can get this one to work, well, if I can get this one, it will work. It's an hour out of town, but I'm in the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of people who want to be outside of town, and there's enough people working at home that it would work. So, but this is almost a perfect tsunami for me. As far as getting my first close deal, because this one, I believe once I got the buyer, it would close quickly. I would just need them to give me about 35 days to close on it, and I think it would get it. I think we'd get it done. So I want to see how much time they give me because I want to have a tenant buyer in hand when I go to closing. So anyway, that's the news for today, and so this is like I said, I'm excited. The other one's supposed to close Friday, but unless my the seller I'm working with on that other deal actually gets, can convince the people he owes money to work with the people, my partners on the other side who actually I'm selling my contract to. If he can't get them to work with them, this deal is gonna die on Friday. So, I at least got my foot in the door. It's writing a contract, getting a contract, said whatever happens. And here's something stupid I'm probably going to do. Once I have the cash to literally pay cash for his house, because I said I was going to buy it, so the bank's not going to take it anytime soon. I'll go in there and do it. Fix it up. Probably move into it. It's a small house, but it's a nice little house. Just because I hate the idea of going back on my word. And and I didn't promise him, but in my mind I did. I said, I'm going to get this thing done. I said, and the guy hasn't paid any money, hasn't paid a mortgage payment in 5 years. He's got $75,000 worth of liens on it. But just because, and here's the thing, down the road it's going to be worth some money. So, it's only a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house. It needs a lot of work. If I was going to fix it up for to resell it, it would take about $100,000 worth of work. But to live in it's not. To clean it up really nice so that it's livable for me and doesn't have to be perfect down over time. I think $40,000 is about all I would need to get it so it's nice, but not upgraded, not the granite countertops, not the recessed lighting or, stuff like that. Just nice where, it's respectable. People would come over and eventually then I'd landscape the yard over time, not right away. I'd pour a new driveway, clean out, get the garage redone. So, but nothing right away. But anyway, this is where I am. Thank you for your time. It's 7 minutes and that's probably too long. But just like I said, check it in. So this is what happened last night. Today, I've been on my computer. See, this is my main method of doing things. They're called yellow letters. I'm sending emails, and the emails as I'm doing the emails, and the ones that don't have any, because everything I showed you yesterday, it says DNC, which is do not call. And I've heard some people say ask forgiveness, don't ask for permission. And it's tempting, but I'm trying to comply with the laws. So I'm writing those people, I'm sending emails, and I'm writing. And that one lady, who came back 2 days ago, yes, I'll sell, but for 1.9 million. And I asked, so here's something to think about. I asked her, I said, I looked for comparables. She said, we don't care about comparables. We're making a lot of money on this. And as a result of that, we want 1.9 million. I said, okay, would you take payments? And she said, well, we'd hold some paper. So it doesn't sound like what it sounds like to me is somebody who, yes, they're making money on it. So they don't have to sell. They're not anxious to sell. But if they can get basically $2 million, they'll take the money and run. But they're not willing to show why it'd be worth it to me to spend $2 million on that, even if I do get the terms I want. Because it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Yeah, it's a great property on a lake. So rentals from about next month until end of September, a lot of money on rentals, especially your Airbnb or VRBO, killing it. That's killing it. Because even though it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, a family of 5 will go in there. They'll bring sleeping bags, sleep all over the floors, and they'll have their boat in the lake, and they'll probably spend more time living in the boat on the lake than actually staying in the house. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what they do. It's probably one of the lesser of the properties in there. Because like I said, 1 bed. It's an A-frame. She's trying to tout that. No, that's crap. So I'm learning to follow the nuances. And even though it was an email she sent back, that tone definitely came across. Yeah, you want it? Okay, here's the price. We'll sell it for $2 million, but otherwise, we don't need to sell it. So, and that's the case. And I can't blame anybody. If you're making money on something, but $2 million would say, yeah, we can actually do better. We can do something else. But that property, just based on what I saw, is only worth It's actually worth 8 or 900,000. A one bed, amazing 1 bedroom, 1 bath, A-frame. It's got an upstairs, but 8 900,000 for a 1 bedroom house. That's unbelievable. But that's where we are today. That's what we got to work with. So anyway, thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for keeping me accountable. And yeah, talk to you tomorrow. Bye.